Hi, beautiful human. This is very exciting. I'm Zach, that's Dan, and today we welcome to the studio for the first time ever, Aussie indie rock duo Royel Otis.
Yo!
What's up?
Hickey.
Hickey.
It's great.
It's so good.
Yeah?
Yeah?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Have you not been able to feel how great it is because all you're doing is working right now, or what's up?
Pretty much that's it.
Shit.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
No, it feels like, I feel like once we start playing these songs like live and start touring them and stuff, we'll get a bit more of a feel for it. But right now it's just kind of in the Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon world.
Yeah.
I totally understand that, right? Like, you just hand over this album, this thing that you've labored over and you've given your entire reality to. And yeah, it's just now data to a certain degree.
Yeah, exactly.
It's in the grid.
Exactly.
It is in the grid.
Matrix.
What does it feel like to have something so personal? Because this album is personal, right? In the grid.
Depends what song. Some songs are personal.
And the other songs are...
Some just like rhymed.
Some songs, yeah. Some songs rhymed was the first thing we could think of.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's like, compared to some of, all our albums somewhat are kind of personal to some degree, I think. But I think this one, because we're speaking about like, sometimes we speak about oysters and bulls and stuff like that. But this one we're speaking more about like personal like relationships and love and stuff. Loss. So,
and homesickness.
Do you set a goal for this album before it begins? Because there is a different, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but like there is a different sort of like cultural pressure that exists around you for this album compared to the last.
I think the goal was just to not have to play any covers anymore. So we were just like, let's get more songs out. Hopefully they do better than the covers we did. That was pretty much the only goal we had.
The goal, it was kind of like,
Get it?
yeah. Well, and like also, I don't know, it was weird because at the time when we were recording it, we were toured all last year and we kind of went into it just not really having a goal, not really having like an end goal or an end game. We're kind of just like this, whatever happens.
We weren't ready for
whatever happens. It was like, it was kind of that vibe. Every day was just like, we'd start a song, start working on it and just kind of see where it ended up. Instead of kind of going in with like a full concept. We weren't really ready, in a way, but it worked out fine. We finished it.
How do you feel when you say we finished it?
Unfinished.
No, it does feel like it feels finished. I think like isn't.
Yeah.
I guess like I'm digging myself a hole a bit, but no, just like we kind of just went into it with no end goal, but
Or expectations. It's the
Which
best
is
thing.
alright.
Don't have any expectations and everything's a surprise.
Yeah, never let down.
I got to agree.
Yeah.
That is the healthy way to be. But I got to say, as much as I tell myself that, I always manage to have fucking expectations.
Well, that's the thing. Like you can say that, and then it's like you put so much pressure on yourself, and like it's impossible. It's kind of impossible not to, in a way.
It is wild. Like, your life changes so much during the creation of this album. Is that fair to say? Like, your life is like parallel to you making this whole thing. Like, your life is changing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, it changed dramatically. I mean, we both had places we lived and with our girlfriends at the time and stuff, and that's all gone. We never see family or like close friends really. That's the main like change. And just, I don't know. But I wanted to do music because I thought it would be less work than having like a job, like a real job, not just a musician job or something. It is a real job, but I didn't realize like the more successful you become, the more work there is to do.
And
I thought it's the opposite.
The sacrifice comes larger?
Yeah, huge. Yeah, so I didn't expect that. That's definitely a change.
Did you expect to funnel some of that sacrifice into this latest album?
For sure.
Yeah, that was definitely one of the driving
forces
of
subconsciously as well. I think like every time we were writing, we'd kind of sit down and then the lyrics, whatever we're talking about, kind of ended up just being about like that subject of either like
Going home.
going home, missing someone, or like
Yeah.
just like the past and past relationships and stuff like that. Which is probably good because it's probably just like a 4-month therapy session for us, just
Yeah.
letting shit out of it.
By the way, like that's hard. Like I not gonna lie, I felt your pain. Like genuinely, like it's real. Like it is. Like there is a giant sacrifice that comes in the form of like one like conscious separation, subconscious separation. This idea that like everybody else's world moves on while you're on tour and doing all these other things, and there's a lot of shit that happens that you end up missing.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's kind of depressing to go back to like where I lived in Sydney, in a weird way, because it feels like I think we're so used to constantly being on the move now that when it's like I don't know how to stop and chill out, and so like once I get the chance to do that, it's like after 2 days I'm like itchy.
Your life in Sydney was interesting. I want to talk about these records, and I want to understand, like, because you talked about therapy session. Like, by the way, months-long therapy session with some of the greatest songwriters and producers and musicians to maybe ever walk this green earth, right?
Whoa.
It's true, though, dude. Like, okay, who's in the room? You have Amy Allen, Omer Fedi, Blake Slatkin, Julian Bonetta, Lydia Kitto, Josh Lloyd-Watson, both of them from Jungle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Billy Walsh in there. I mean, what?
And Chris Collins.
That's correct, but that's your longtime collaborator.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's what.
Yeah,
That is the Royel Otis you end up bringing.
yeah.
They weren't all in one room. That would have been chaos.
Yeah, it was like different sections. But it was good having Chris come over, and we recorded. We did like 6 songs with him, but one ended up on the album. But that was cool. He's a good dude.
He's a good lad.
Bit of home.
Bit of home slice.
Can you explain to me, like, one, like, how do you prepare for these sessions? Do you, or do you just come with life? And then 2, like, is it convincing to have, like, is anyone having to convince you to get into these rooms?
Yeah, for sure. Like,
Yeah, because you've done your own thing
Yeah,
for a while.
it's like a topic of conversation massively, I think, around the album was like, because we were kind of pushing for we want more like, we want to write solo. We want to like have more time just like
To write
ourselves and figure it out and flesh everything out and then maybe come in. But because there was like a time limit and stuff and like, you know, like we've been trying to keep busy a little bit. So it was like, there was moments where we like kind of felt like we came in like unprepared and stuff, and which is a weird feeling, but
Sometimes it works.
sometimes it works, but sometimes it's also like you want
Pulling
to
teeth.
have something there. But yeah, it worked like with like those guys like Amy Allen. She's like they're such professionals.
She's amazing.
It's crazy. Like you
Move so fast.
so fast. Like there's a reason why she's
Yeah.
so good at her job, and like she just like
She's got Grammys.
yeah, she's got Grammys exactly. Like you go and you talk about a topic, get some guitar riffs down, some melodies, and it's just like you have a song at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, there's a song there.
Also, it was like because we were working with Omer and Blake a fair bit last year, I think.
Yeah.
Like we'd hung out with them a bunch and spoken to those 2 guys a fair bit. So a lot, like they knew everyone else as well that we worked with, except for like Chris.
Yeah.
But so that kind of made it a bit easier to work with like so many different people. 'Cause it's like just through being friends with Blake and Omer, they made it more of a chill sort of hangout session rather than like let's get down to business. But unbeknownst, you're like actually doing business at the same time.
Makes it fun. Also safe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy to share
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
the highs and lows that you go through, which end up making the records.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Moody, that's a song written by Amy Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember what started that record? Like what sparked it in the session? Who said what?
This is the guitar
Yeah, Roy.
riff that I was playing.
Roy's playing guitar riff, and then I think Amy was like, kind of came out with her idea, which is like the main lyric in it, the chorus, which is like, "My girl's she's moody," and then we kind of just like rolled with it and like wrote around that, And that was in like the first day of meeting her, and that was with Blake, her and Blake at Blake's house. And we kind of just like, I think we ended up adding a bridge like a few months later.
Yeah,
But
months or
it was kind of towards the end of recording.
Jesus, it was such a blur that whole time.
But yeah, and then that was kind of like the first day working with Amy. That song was there, which
It's
is
just cool.
yeah.
She's really cool. So easy to get along with and to talk to.
Mm.
Isn't that? I mean, there had to have been like a set of nerves, like one, like even to like. It has to be nerve wracking to get into a room with a bunch of strangers that you don't know and share your everything with them. When the reality was you've been making music for forever, just really the two of you and Chris.
Mm.
Do you overcome that instantly?
Well, I forgot she was going to be there, so I wasn't nervous at all. And I was like, "Oh yeah, hey."
Yeah, it's kind of like figuring it's like throwing out ideas and stuff. Sometimes there's like a little bit of like a. Like, are you gonna who's gonna throw out like the first this lyric?
who's
or is it,
gonna
like
start?
who's gonna be the vulnerable
Break the
one and
ice.
like break the ice a bit. But
How did it used to begin? For comparison on the last album. By the way, you did the last album in London, this one in LA.
Dan Curry. Usually we go in with demos and then we like go through and play through the speakers all the demos that we've made at home.
yeah,
But we
Totally different.
didn't have time to make any demos this time around.
yeah, we had a couple, but they weren't.
Oh yeah, true.
There weren't like a lot, but and also like the way we like Roy and I we used to just like whether the demos or whatever we had, we just end up just chucking funny lyrics over the top of like
Yeah.
stuff, and would laugh and just drink beers like the early EPs. That's kind of what we'd do.
And not analyze the lyrics too much and not worry about them being like making sense.
Like a lot of
like
our
canon.
early stuff doesn't make too much sense.
Not at all.
I mean, Oysters in My Pocket, would that fall into that category?
No, that makes total sense, except
It's like
the rest of
metaphorical.
it
but,
doesn't.
like-
Okay. I mean,
yeah.
it's metaphorical how?
So I remember I read something about David Bowie used to turn up to events in like limousines and stuff. We even mentioned, I think we say paying off the limousine.
Limousine.
Yeah.
We're in no rush.
Yeah. But so he would turn up in these limousines even though he was in debt and couldn't afford to turn up in these limousines, and just so he could look like he was like, you know, could afford that sort of lush lifestyle. So we were like turning up to lunch with oysters in your pocket, but just pretending that you've purchased the oysters or something. You know, that's like one sort of thing, like faking it till you make it sort
It's
of
like
thing.
kind of like, oh well, whatever happens. Like
Yeah.
yeah. At the time it was
At the time, it made so much sense.
yeah, and
That's
we're
6
also
beers deep.
talking about 6 beers deep, but we're also talking about oysters that day. I think no one had
We
like
tried to get oysters, but they only
from like
had
a
bugs.
local supermarket. Yeah,
And the bugs
I was on-
tasted like chicken.
yeah. That's another thing about working with Chris in Byron. He had like a little property, but he was so like hospitable. Is that a word?
Yeah.
yeah. It's
Yeah,
like,
totally.
It's the perfect word.
He's so hospitable. Like he would just like constantly just like be cooking, like making like fresh pasta, cooking so much stuff. I was just like, I think that's like those like Sofa Kings and Byron Grill, like topics of food. Like so many songs are about food, and so I think because
Yeah, we were having a good time.
eating and learning, like cooking while like making the albums and stuff.
We made this mean omelette. He taught us, well, Jamie Oliver sort of taught him, and then he taught us via Instagram. But really good omelette. I can make a good omelette now. We
Yes.
both can.
So-
Like a little pillow of goodness.
Well, we were just talking about food. Jazz Burger has nothing to do with burgers, does it?
Nah.
No.
What do you mean?
It just doesn't at all.
The song itself doesn't. But have you been to Jitlada?
Gelato?
No, but is it
Thai
like,
place here.
yeah, I've heard of
Have
it.
you been?
I've never been there, but I've heard about it.
It's
Gotta
good.
get the Jazz
It's
Burger
so
there.
good. And we went after we recorded Jazz Burger. We went with Omer, and then there was just a Jazz Burger. Then we ate it, and it was spicy as hell. And
So spicy.
we were just laughing, whatever. And then that ended up being the title of the song, but it has nothing to do with the actual song at all. That's the only song I think that has food references in the album.
But it is also the most vulnerable song on the album, right?
Yeah.
That's what's funny.
Mm.
Named it after a burger.
Why'd you do that?
And there's a lyric in it which
It's
is
a
like
bit of fun.
I'm mashing your gravy and peas, which is
Yeah.
like just put it in there to just make it a little less vulnerable or something. But like,
Gotta even it out.
yeah.
What are you talking about in the record?
On that Jazz Burger.
Yeah.
Well, when
That
we
was the same
recorded it
thing.
with Omer and Blake, that was the first song we did on the record, and we had just got into LA, and kind of like we knew we were going to be away for the rest of the year, and had like relationships and stuff and friendships and stuff, and just kind of said goodbye to them all.
Yeah.
And like we're gonna go just like give this next year a crack and tour and record, and I think
We knew it was gonna be a struggle.
yeah, and I think that time was just we both were just writing about like personal kind of things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the conscious decision to like really cut off your friends and your relationships?
It wasn't like necessarily conscious in the way of like it's just like you kind of knew if I'm not gonna see you for a year, the conversations through text and on the phone are gonna like dwindle. And also like I don't know about you, but with my relationship, I just didn't feel like it was that fair on the other person to be just like waiting. And I don't know, she was already sort of struggling with how much I was away as is, let alone how much I knew I was going to be away. I don't know, but our lives were just taking completely different paths. So had to make a what is it? When you both make the decision. It's never really that way though, is it?
Mutual kind of.
Yeah. Well, that was my experience.
It's hard.
Yeah.
The script said it. A heart never breaks even. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right. Who says that?
The script.
There you go.
It's true though, you know? If you
Yeah.
really think about it. Because like, you know, one has a distraction, one doesn't, but like it's like it's hard.
Yeah.
It's also like not fair to them, but also to a certain point not fair to you because mentally it's hard to be so many places at once.
Well, I think like yeah, exactly, and also doing like a project like this project, you're kind of in a relationship with other people, like not like
No, it's
Yeah,
true.
like, but it's like a relationship. It's like with the band and like with the team and stuff, and like you're
in a
know,
relationship with 14 people.
with 14 people, and you're kind of doing that, and so like to do that, and then think of like having something at home where you're not sure when you're going to see them next and stuff. At the time I felt like we were just like it wasn't really gonna work.
This has gotten
Yeah,
weird.
That's hard. I mean, by the way, like you're thank you for being vulnerable and honest in your album. It's a cool thing to do, but also it's disguised as bops. So they really great records.
Oh, sick.
Thanks, man.
Oh yeah.
You
Thank
guys did say one of the goals of this album was to not have to play covers anymore. Is that like a real goal, and do you see that happening in the future where you don't play the covers?
Probably not, because
Because we keep getting
we
told
keep getting
to do
asked
more.
to play covers at radio sessions and stuff. So I'm so hot. Can I?
You can yeah. It's crazy the cover thing.
Yeah.
The cover thing is nuts. Like that. Like what are the chances? Like having one song pop off the way it did is one. That's a lottery win. To have two,
Yeah.
holy what the? Do you understand it?
It's both accidents.
Yeah, it was. I don't even know how all that stuff happened.
We were like,
Honestly, I just don't know.
we were talking to each other the night before Linger came out, and we were like, should we pull it? Like, it was horrible. Like, it just felt horrendous. And we were like, I never want to see anything to do with it on the internet or anything. Like, let's just block it out and not check Instagram or anything that day. And then, yeah. Whoops. It's like... And then when I listened, because I think that was the first time we heard it back as well, I was like, oh, it actually sounds all right. It doesn't sound as bad as I remember.
You really genuinely in that moment thought it wasn't going to be.
No.
Oh,
No,
massively.
no.
Like, we
Yeah.
were talking about getting it removed, like, before it got released. Like, let's just, like, scrap it.
Like that day, I remember just being like, I just wasn't working. Like, did a couple of takes of it at the radio session, And I was just like, it just wasn't.
It was early in the
It
morning.
was early in the morning. I was just like,
And we,
it just wasn't working.
we
But
just got in from
got
London,
through
I
it,
think.
yeah.
So we went from London to New York. And yeah, I don't know, we were a bit jet lagged and scattered, and
But yeah, I think it's just like
you
It's
can't
a
predict it.
good song too. Like the Linger, I don't know, Linger by the Cranberries is just a banger.
Such a good song.
You-
Timeless.
You guys picked it,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we picked it the night before.
and Murder on the Dance Floor.
That was the night before as well.
That was
Do you remember the first time you heard these songs in life?
The whole life.
I feel like Linger was always getting played when I was at my mum and dad's place when I was younger. I feel like they were always playing the Cranberries and stuff. And then yeah, I was always loved that song. And then Murder, I can't remember when I first heard that, but
I think it would have
It was
been like a
around.
Saturday morning for me, with like a MTV thing or something playing. I don't know. Ages ago, 2001, I think.
The chances of having a cover that, like, I can make the case. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't really know Murder on the Dance Floor before I heard your cover.
really,
You know, I'm just here in my own American bubble.
I think maybe it was bigger. It was definitely bigger in the UK.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's like Robbie Williams.
100%.
Yeah.
And
That's crazy that like barely anyone knows Robbie Williams here.
it is like, it should be studied. Like, it honestly, that makes no sense. And the movie's great, by the way, where he's a monkey. It's really good.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
So good. It's really fantastic. Speaking of metaphors, it's wild. But yeah, I didn't know until that cover. Like, you served those two songs to two generations that may have never really had a full-on deep interaction with those records ever.
Unless they did subconsciously, which is why they liked it.
Yeah,
Some real old memory.
which would
They just
could have
curled
been
up
that,
in
yeah.
the womb, just hearing it vibrate through the tummy.
No, but it is true. Like, you re-sparked a whole thing, and that's, I don't know, it's fucking cool.
Oh, yeah.
When do you realize that those songs have, go on to, I don't want to say define your musical identity whatsoever, but change your life, certainly.
Yeah, definitely. After they did, I guess like
Yeah, it was like because we were
still
touring.
unsure.
We were touring when
Yeah.
Linger came out, or just about to, I think. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of, the only time you really see it is when you play like a festival, or play your own show, and people sing them back and get amped for them and get excited, and
Yeah.
that's when you get a taste of like people like it or whatever.
Yeah, it's not till like that's also the answer for the other question about like how well the album is going. It's like you can't really tell till you play it in front of an audience and they're all like singing it or singing the lyrics. That's when you kind of can tell, I guess.
I hate this tune.
Same.
I hate this tune because I think of you. Was there actually like a song that you were thinking of when you wrote that song?
We were in London.
We were in London. We were actually, that lyric is from our old album, Pratts Pain, for another song that we never put on the album.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when we were recording this one, it worked with one of the guitar parts that we were playing. But
Oh, wow.
there's no song really in particular. I think at the time we were just talking about like,
We wrote that song in Pratts Pain, the pub. Like we wrote the lyrics.
yeah.
We were just drinking Guinness, playing trivia, and just writing down lyrics that fit. And that was one of them.
Do you remember the first time you both played together? Like, ever tried to make something?
Like
Yeah.
jamming? Yeah.
Wait.
In Roy's sunroom. He had like a sunroom at his apartment he was living in Bondi. And we were just jamming, plugged into his computer.
Whose idea was it? Because you were like busking, right?
I was busking when I was like 10. When I was like, I wasn't busking
Mm.
in the recent, like, when I was like 10, my friend and I would busk down at the beach just to make some money. Like, because we like
You buy a surfboard?
surfboarding, we like surfing and skating, so we'd like to buy those things would busk.
It's the most Australian thing
So
ever.
Australian.
Chasing that
Set up a
perfect
guitar
wave,
case,
going from
like-
coast to coast.
Skating down the hill with my fucking acoustic guitar. But
But
no.
you had been like making some sort of music, performing somewhere. Like, were you writing originals before were you each writing your own stuff before meeting each other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you jam for the first time, like, whose idea is it to make music together?
I think, well, Otis showed me one song one night while we were playing pool. And I was like, oh, who's singing? And blah, blah, blah. And he was like, it's me. I was like, fuck, I've got these. I had intentions to write songs for a friend of mine, Sloane Peterson. And she's got like this really like husky sort of deep voice for a lady. And so I had all these songs that I could kind of sing in my register sort of thing for her. And so when Otis showed me that song, his song, I was like, oh man, I've got all these demos. Let me know if you like any of these. And then I think he liked some of those. And then we were just like, should we start a little proj?
Little project.
Little projecto.
Little project.
And you did.
Yeah.
When did this little proj start feeling like a big proj?
Last year.
Yesterday.
When you had to do another cover?
Yesterday, yeah. Yeah. We had the pressure to try back up another cover.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Probably last year, yeah. Last year, for sure. When we're just like playing shows and started like playing theaters and stuff like that.
Yeah, Salt Shed in Chicago. I felt like that was a big like, whoa.
Salt Shed?
Yeah. It's just, I walked, when we first got there, I walked in there and I was like, whoa, this room's massive. Which room are we playing in? And like thinking there was like another little stage off to the side of it or something like that. They're like, no, this is your stage. I was like, but it's sold out. And I was like, yeah. I was like, fuck, that's sick.
It's real.
This is nerve-wracking as hell. And like, God bless them. And that was like the first time also it felt like we were like killing it, because once we finished, we went backstage and they had this huge seafood platter of like all these mussels,
That's
clams,
Oysters,
lobsters, shrimp.
I didn't eat one bit of it.
And it's like the last thing you want to do after like sweating and you're like dripping and just exerted all this
oysters.
energy is just tuck into some canned mussels and like. But I had a bit of everything.
Same, tried it.
And it's good.
And anyone
Crab.
that didn't play was soaking it up, which is good.
Yeah.
Is it true that you lived in a shed?
Yeah. Yeah. What the? Yeah. Have we spoken about that? That's crazy. It was free rent because it was in this shed on a farm. I think it was the first ever dairy farm in Australia. And
What?
yeah,
In Camden?
yeah.
Crazy.
I think, unless that's what they were telling me to spook me out. They were saying it was like haunted, and like I don't know if you've heard foxes cry at night when they're like stuck in a trap, but they sound like just humans screaming. It's
Little
weird
kids as well.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, like little
kinda
kids
childish
screaming.
screams.
Eek. But I bit a huntsman in half
Wait, that's really sad.
that trip, and there was like rats. Like there was this dividing wall between where I'd sleep on the lounge and like the bathtub. And it was like the grossest bathtub. It looked like it would just fall through at any time. But there were rats that would run along the top of it. Ugh, that was dark.
You say you bit a huntsman?
Yeah. Like a spider,
Yeah.
not like a dude hunting.
No, I know. But like, why would you bite that?
It was pissing me off. I was trying to watch this movie. Like, and it just kept like scaring the shit out of me because I was like laying on the couch trying to sleep, but whilst watching the movie, and I would just see its legs come up over the couch. And like, you know, when people say they're more afraid of you than you are of them, that's fucking bullshit. Because I'm not repetitively like climbing up to some giant spider's fucking face. You know what I mean? Like,
Real.
I'm so much bigger than it. Why is it coming at me if it's scared of me regularly? So I was just like, I'm done. And it got like super close to my mouth. I've gone, fuck this. And I bit it.
And you know what? Probably the last time you ever interacted with one of them.
Yeah, exactly. I like genuinely, that was the last time I saw that one.
What did it taste like?
Like if you, like maybe, I want to say like snail if you got like a cup of like the snail trail shit, like and shot that, but with a bit of pepper.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It sucked. But I had tequila, that's why I quickly washed it down with tequila.
Yeah, you had to.
Yeah, that kind of like neutralizes any taste.
Totally cuts it right out.
Yeah.
Is it true that a school counselor who was also a music teacher really did like that change your life? The covers, they change your professional life, but really what would change the course of your life was a school counselor.
Yeah, definitely.
That was also a music teacher, and he told you to. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry.
No.
Can you explain to me how that happens? And is there also truth to like you were suspended 7 times?
Yeah, in 1 year. Because I went to a public school, it's really hard to get expelled. But yeah, I got in so much trouble, and like, yeah, so like one of the options I could have would be like either leave school, but it was like year 8 or something, and or be assigned to like a school counselor and a mentor who would like, if I felt like I was going to get in trouble, I would just be like, I've got to go see Miss Rita, you know? And I also saw that as an opportunity to just leave class whenever I wanted. So I was like a music teacher would be sick because I could just play with instruments and just make noise if I felt like energetic or just felt like being disruptive or something. So yeah, that's how that came about. It's pretty good.
When did you realize you can sing?
I haven't. Well,
Still doesn't believe he can.
no, I don't know. I was always kind of singing, like jamming with my friend Luke, and we would busk and do all this kind of stuff and write songs together and do that. And then, yeah, I don't know. Just kind of just kept doing it from when I was just like 10, I think. My dad would write songs too around the house, and he wouldn't walk around the house writing songs, but he would write songs in the house.
My dad would walk around playing guitar.
Yeah, like Marty. It was funny that day when we sat down and
Yeah, I didn't expect that.
he was actually shredding a little bit.
He actually hit the right note. I was like,
Yeah.
what the? Shocked everyone.
But yeah, and then I did like a musical theatre when I was about 11 or something.
Interesting.
Which maybe was like a door to like open the door to singing like in theatres or whatever. Like
100%.
Oh, this
more
was in
projection.
Hamilton.
I wasn't. He always says that. I was in Hamilton. I was in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang though.
Oh.
To be fair, I did think you were in Hamilton.
What?
It's crazy.
Because when we were driving through Melbourne once, we saw a poster for Hamilton, and then we started talking about you doing theatre.
True.
And then it's just always
It's
linked.
stuck in his head.
I've got no idea what even Hamilton is.
Neither.
Who's the fan of The Summer I Turned Pretty?
I watched a couple episodes with my girlfriend. She loves it. And then
You said Lola's the one for the video.
I didn't say that. Well, the people we were working with said that. But she was Lola's a legend. And
Such a
the
legend.
show seems to be like doing. I haven't sat down and like fully watched it, but watched a few episodes and yeah, I don't know. My girlfriend loves it.
Can you kind of explain like what your process is like when you have to sing a song that, I mean, a cover is one thing, right? But then singing a song for Royel Otis that doesn't necessarily embody your truth, but
Personal, yeah.
but embodies his.
It's fine. It's like it's good. It's like if I like the song and stuff, like it's good and like it's I don't know. If it's got meaning to Roy or whatever, then it's our project like together. So it's like just we'll take it on a little bit, I guess. Is that a Rubik's Cube?
Yeah, can you do it?
No.
I can do it in 8 moves.
8 moves?
Yeah.
Can you really?
Yeah.
So if I mess this up, you'll be able to fix it?
Yeah. I can't do it with jewelry on.
Okay, well, you only got.
I think you got 2 rings on over there. We could easily take those off.
No, the lights have made my fingers expand.
You gotta listen to Hickey. It's fucking awesome. It's a great album. There's a link below. It's all on Amazon Music. I'm sorry, I've been saying the F word a lot recently.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're allowed to swear.
Oh, yeah.
Swear. Well, no, because I said it a couple
I
times.
said it a couple. Well, you
I've been
sort of
saying it.
opened the gate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my fault. I'm sorry. Anyway, listen to Hickey. There's a link below. It's a fantastic body of work. Say Something's great.
I have a question.
She's got a gun. What?
Speaking of Hickey and I Hate This Tune, is there any song on the album that one of you guys maybe didn't like that the other person had to convince you to put it on?
That's a good one.
Like, Who's Your Boyfriend was one that we were kind of like.
Both of us needed convincing.
We needed convincing. It was like we were always kind of like, maybe that one shouldn't go on. But outside, people were like pushing for it a lot, and then we kind of warmed to it. I don't know why. Like at the start, we didn't. I don't know.
If you guys were Royel and Otis and you both didn't like Who's Your Boyfriend, who had to convince you?
Well, that was one of the ones where I think, like Blake could like see where it could go with the right production.
Yeah.
And so we were making our decision up before the production was kind of finished.
Yeah.
And he could tell that we weren't like that into it at all. Also, the whole story behind it is a bit like, I don't know, jarring. But yeah, once we got like real drums, because we were just playing it to like a drum machine, and he just kind of made it a bit
bigger.
thicker. And then we were convinced.
Interesting.
I don't know if we should put that on, but
Yeah.
just dissing that song.
I mean, that's no diss to anyone. It was just, if anything, it's a diss to us for not being able to see its potential.
That's why you bring in good producers.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Totally. What did you learn from making this album?
Still figuring that out a bit, but just that, I don't know, whatever's kind of, you can kind of, I don't know.
Make sure you trust who you work with.
Trust you, yeah, and also whatever you kind
And
of going
trust.
through, whatever you can still do stuff and make something work. I don't know. Still trying to figure it out, what we learned from this album.
Do you have any idea how you currently define success? Do you know what success means to you right now?
I think success would be like,
Shit tons of money and big boats and
I was going to say being your own boss and working for yourself rather than under other people.
Do you feel like you're doing that?
Nah.
I think success is like also just, it's feeling like success is just, to me, it's just being happy, I think.
Yeah, happiness
Just
is
being
success.
happy and just like content. Whatever that is that's success. You could be making, I don't know. Because like I think I look back to like when I was like working in a cafe and like I was hell content and just like,
Yeah.
or being like doing landscaping and
Totally.
mowing people's lawns and stuff like that. And to me that was like, in some sense that was more successful than what we're doing now because it was like more routine and more chill and stuff like that. But there's different kinds of success, I think.
Totally.
Yeah.
Real. What is it like having to put Bad Bunny on your guest list?
Yeah, that was sick.
So weird.
It is, right?
Yeah.
He's a sweetheart.
So sweet.
How does that request even come through?
His mate messaged me on Instagram, and I was like, "For real? Yeah." I'll like get my people to contact Bad Bunny's people. Like, what's? And then it just like, and so they all organized it, and it was like, "Oh, Bad Bunny's coming through like in a second. He wants to say hi and stuff." And I was like, "Sick." And we were all like, "What's happening?" But after the show, I spoke to him a little bit, and I was like nervous to ask for a photo. I was like, "Oh, I don't want to be a pain in the ass, but do you mind if we get a photo?" And then his mate was like, "Are you kidding? Like, we're nervous to ask you to get a photo." I was like, "Shut the fuck up, bro, you're not." But sick. And so we got this funny photo of us with Bad Bunny and his mate, and we're sweaty as shit. Well, I am. I'm like dripping. My hair's all wet. And he's just in his grey sweats, looking cool as shit.
Listen to Hickey. It's waiting for you. It's all on Amazon Music. Also, big news. You guys are going to be one of Amazon Music's breakthrough artists for this year.
Hell yeah.
Woo! Woo!
Heard about that.
On.
Oh,
Is that worth it?
That's gone
Big
into your Birkenstocks there. man.
Oh shit.
They're good socks. What are those socks?
Sandy Cheeks.
Oh, they-
SpongeBob SquarePants.
oh yeah, there you go.
Sick.
Yeah.
Sandy cheeks.
Sandy Cheeks. Anyway, just, okay. Well, you're going to be a breakthrough artist here at Amazon Music. You're going to get a bunch of really cool stuff, a bunch of support in terms of playlisting and a bunch of marketing and cool billboards and a bunch of things. We're here as a partner.
It's
And
exciting as hell.
Legends. Thank you so much.
Amazon Music's here to help you grow. So whatever you
Guys,
need.
Thanks for having us.
Oh yeah.
Are you kidding? This was very cool. We're big fans, right, Carlos? Big fans.
Oh yeah. Tell you what I realized about Amazon, like the logo. Because I was always like, why doesn't the arrow go to like the end of Amazon?
I can,
It points from A to like
Z.
A to Z.
Yeah.
But do you know why?
To
Because
get things from A to Z.
Amazon sells everything from A
Oh,
to
it
Z.
sells everything. Right. I thought it was like Z was the
There
destination.
you go.
Wait, is it Z or Z? What do we say? Z.
You say
That
Z.
says
Yeah.
Thanks for the hang, and thanks for
you.
the time. Congratulations on the album. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Royel Otis, everybody.